Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Lyman. We have Bryce here today, and we have a special guest. This is baby Ellie, future tennis player. Hopefully, maybe. We won't know for another couple years, but yeah, she's joining us for part of the show. All right. And she's gonna be reaching for stuff, so all good.
Happens.
Um, yeah, I went to do drills twice this week. And then I played once this week. Just doubles with some buddies. And yeah, it was I didn't record the doubles, which I should have because I felt like I played really well. Um,
Hmm.
and I mean, we can talk about it, but I definitely should have recorded it. Besides string of double faults, decently paced, most of them.
Nice. Yeah.
I think we won the second set. We lost the first set, and but otherwise the matches were pretty close. I mean, we could talk about it now if we wanted to, but and then go into practice. But things I did well, I served well. They had a hard time returning my serve.
That's
And what they
good.
when they did, it was, service line. So very comfortable, take a few steps in, come in, and then I didn't come in a lot of times because I know he would kind of hit it back kind of deep. So I took a little bit more caution with him, and I would hit it, and then we would get into a few rallies, and I was able to win the rally with him.
Is that the 4-0 guy? Like
Yeah,
the X
yeah.
4-0? Okay.
So we had really good cross court rallies. The 3-5 did not poach very much when I was rallying cross court. So that, like, I had a lot of comfort. So I could hit, and I didn't pay any attention to him. I received on the ad side and actually did not slice a lot that day, hitting through my backhand, and my backhand percentage was higher. There was two shots where I go, oh, oops, yeah, I didn't commit, and
Yeah.
I was leaning back, or I didn't push all the way through, and yeah, then it sailed out. I ended up when I got into a lot of inside out forehands, and I was able to win those points as well. And on one particular rally, I realized that I kept hitting it short. Like it was like right at the service line. I wasn't getting it deep enough. There was okay pace on it. And then I think after the third one, I was like, in my head, I went, I have to hit it deeper. And on the next one, I did. I hit one deep, a lot of spin, and then he wasn't able to hit a decent shot back. So it came short, and my partner finished the point.
That sounds good. I feel like there's a lot of improvement. Like even the way that you're discussing the shots, I feel like is the in a direction of like how we want growth to be, I guess. I don't know. Do you think like you're perceiving the balls differently? Like because like I think like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when you were saying like, yeah, I noticed and I started doing this, and I started doing that. And now I feel like when you're talking about it, like you've moved away from oh, okay, my racket wasn't here to like, okay, this is how I want to hit the ball, which I feel like is different in itself.
Yeah, I'm starting to like look at how I want to hit the ball.
Yeah.
And yeah,
What
maybe I
I
was more focused on the moving part, getting to the ball, and really thinking about what I wanted to do with the ball.
I think like if you're thinking about what you want to do with the ball, it sounds like what you're doing like motion wise or like getting to the ball must hopefully be more automatic than before.
I think so. Like I was committing to really trying to step in on the return and try not to slice as much. There wasn't a lot of pace on the serve, so
Yeah.
that gave me a lot more time to return. But yeah, I don't know it would be the same if I was playing like Leslie, because I don't think I have as much time to react and think. Maybe unless I keep the ball deep, or at least keep the ball, as long as I don't hit short balls to him, I think it'd be okay. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to hit with Leslie tomorrow. But yeah, I wish I should have filmed it. I didn't. But at least like yeah, I remember some of the stuff that I was thinking like, oh, for the volley, I missed the volley because I felt like I rushed myself to
Mm.
try to hit the ball and then I end up framing it. So I think a lot of times when I did miss hit or something, I felt like I was just too amped instead of like really kind of being more patient or calm or yeah.
Controlled. I don't know. There's a bunch of adjectives. I was
Yeah.
actually gonna you sent me this one drill the other day. This volley drill, the one of Arizona State limit your swing.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is good. There's only like one tidbit is that like uh I at least when I grew up with my coaches, like we never did drills that we were with volleys that we were right on top of the net. Um, so if you want to like work on your volleys, like this is cool to kind of like get a little bit in because he's like right there. When people, especially when people warm up, like there's a lot of people who warm up with the volleys like sitting right on top of the net. Um, and we always did it from the service line because that's like where you're gonna hit more volleys ideally, right? Like is because you're approaching or because you're moving around on the court a lot. And it's like when you're hitting volleys on top of the net, like it's like you're finishing volley, but that doesn't really do anything for you in terms of the rest of the point. Like you're not accounting for if you have to pick up a ball below the net line, or if you have to like you're picking up the ball but you're not popping it up. You know, you're controlling it so that it goes right over the net, and it's low for your opponent as well, and they have to push the ball back up. Or basically you want to like practice accounting for the net and accounting for like the volley not being so easy because you're in a transition phase or you're trying to move to the next volley or something. So the easiest way to like get around this is like doing this kind of drill to like limit your swinging is to like you can get like a rubber band or just like keeping if you're really disciplined keeping your wrists together and just doing both side volleys with your wrists together. And so people maybe need like rubber bands or like I think we used to use like some like a Velcro like strap or something that someone had. Old grip. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Ellie. Yeah.
So Ellie's showing me actually how to do it. Nice.
Yeah.
Volley, right? So volley. Okay.
Project Sharapova. Like how people do Project Mbappe.
Uh,
Yeah.
Project Ellie, what do you think?
By the way, I forgot. Are you okay? I was gonna ask. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, well, it's
But
on Swing Vision. Follow follow me on Swing Vision if you want to see everything. Yeah, it still feels kind of like 80%. So sometimes I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. I think it's just bruised. Yeah, the knee's just bruised, and I there's some discomfort. Like when I played that day on Thursday, it definitely um didn't feel all there, especially off the serve. And yeah, then I just took it pretty easy. I was not trying to go full out. I put on Instagram, so it doesn't matter. You'll see. Yeah, so I came up and then I was using these cones for practice and
uh
jumping over it. Like I got lazy towards the end and my left foot stepped on the cone and just came out under me. And the next thing I knew I was on the floor, which luckily, I mean, I didn't break anything. It was just that. And here are the highlights. Yeah, it was rough.
yeah.
It sucked.
I didn't want to laugh, but until and then you posted the thing that you made.
Hey, you know what? Now I know to make sure I jump over that freaking cone. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, yeah. You learn you learn and then you stop being lazy.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think I need to do more of that. But yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, if you get like tall cones, but like if you get tall cones, like just doing it without a racket and then transitioning to racket without ball, transitioning to like toss and doing it, and then transitioning to like finally hitting without the cone. Let's look at how practice went. Oh, speaking of hitting short balls, someone I was playing with today and someone made the comment that sometimes it's nice, not nice, it's more difficult to hit and like win points off of someone that like hits these really short balls at an angle or like instead of like consistently deep. Because when you're playing against someone that's consistently hitting deep, like you know where the ball is and you don't have to run forward. But sometimes it's very annoying, especially for older people, or at least the older you get to run forward and to like pick the ball up, right?
Hmm.
So that's what someone.
Yeah, I can see that. We used to like if I play dad, you hit a deep ball and you hit a short ball, he hates it because he can't get to it most of the time.
Mm.
I think Bernard does that to dad a lot. And he'll laugh about it too. So, and he did that to Bobby too. When he played with Bobby, all he did was just chip the ball and then Bobby couldn't get it. It's pretty evil. Uh oh, I did hit with head hawk and then the Kirschbaum.
Okay, what do we think?
So I
We
got
can
those strung. Let me go through
watch the
this.
string
I
performance
did some
live.
video on it. Um, I think this, yeah, so this is just me warming up. Uh, I set a cone zone on the left side because I was mostly doing forehands. So,
Right.
um,
Notice how he split steps now. Crazy.
yeah, I'm definitely more conscious about split stepping. Um, yeah, just so this is, I believe this is the no, this I think this is the Kirschbaum, actually. I'm pretty sure it's the Kirschbaum because it's all black. It Kirschbaum, it felt like a little bit more lively and the
Hmm.
like I don't want to say it's like crisp, but it has this man, I'm trying to remember how to describe it. And I do have him strung at 55. So it
Okay.
doesn't feel like the Hyper G compared to this, I would say it probably is pretty close.
Okay.
Um, I don't feel like I can get as much spin with the Kirschbaum. Like I would have to really so Kirschbaum I felt like I really had to force that to create a lot of spin.
Yeah.
So like I felt like I was over exaggerating to generate the spin. But maybe that's what I need to do anyways. But that's kind of the feeling I had. It felt like everything was feeling a little bit more flat.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it was gripping the ball, if that makes any sense. And then it would
Yeah.
just like it felt kind of like poppy, lively.
Yeah. I was gonna say that like if you want, you could really like dip and rotate your forearm more on your forehand in terms of like generating your own spin. And I think if you did do that, just by watching warm up so far, like if you were doing that, um, it does mean that you're generating consistent spin if you're doing it well. So I think that's something that could be added to your forehand is it looks good. What I like today is like their split steps. Um, and then like you're getting a full rotation most of the time. So that's good. Like you're turning all the way instead of like half sloppy like today. This week I was doing that.
She's
Yeah, your rack you could dip down more
okay.
and brush over on your forehand.
This is the head hawk,
Yeah.
and I I felt like this it felt kind of muted.
Mm.
Yeah, it felt like I was there's no like feel or it felt yeah, I couldn't feel anything through the strings.
Oh, like it's muted like because it's quite soft. In my opinion, it's like a softer string and it is muted, but you don't feel like you feel anything.
I mean, overall I think I did like it better than Kirschbaum,
Hmm.
but I mean I would probably play with the string tension a little bit more. I really need to hit a little bit more deep. No, not more deep, sorry. I felt like I really have to swing a little harder through it.
Yeah.
But
Nice. This is with the head hog touch.
yeah, this is head hop.
Hmm.
But I think I felt like I could generate a little bit more spin than the Kirschbaum.
Was okay. Really more like it has more grip.
Uh, maybe it was just like how I was
Ooh, nice
hitting.
shot.
I don't know.
Uh,
I could for some reason I was getting better shape with the ball.
it looks like there's your forearms like working a little bit more. Yeah, like even that practice swing looks more. Well, that one went in the net, but
Yeah, not that one.
like the you're dipping your racket a little bit more, which looks good. Nice. That was good. Yeah,
So
I feel like yeah.
no, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say you should have the ball's feet a little deeper if you can.
Okay.
Yeah. These are like if it was me, I'd be considering that some of these feeds are oh not that one, but there were some short that felt like I would consider them approach shots even. So like
Yeah,
that.
I'm still tuning the machine a little bit because
Yeah.
sometimes they'll shoot the ball like out.
Hmm.
So I'll play with it. I think I found the right speed setting to keep it back. Now, for this drill, did you want me more like out on all four shots? Or because right now I have it kind of like there, and then I have one deep, like it'll go there and then it'll go deep. I think next one, no.
This one's
So
the short one.
uh, then I think it shoots it. Yeah. So that's supposed to be like a deep shot, like a
That's a
deep
good forehand.
lob shot. And then that one is supposed to be like a deep, fast, wide forehand, but it doesn't always go wide.
This is no, this is fine. That actually brings up another question, but this is fine. I think the way that yeah, what needs to happen more, like what needs to happen more, which is more likely when you have a life coach with you, is that you need to like have someone screaming at you to take more steps between balls.
Hmm.
So like this is one, two, three. That's it. Like in with like an actual coach, it's like much easier to be attentive because we'll be screaming at you, not screaming in a threatening way, um, but like motivating you to take more steps, be like, let's go, next ball. Um, yeah, so I think if with a ball machine, I think you have to be cognizant of that. It's like, hey, I need to take this, like, especially like practice, you can be like this whole next basket of balls. I'm gonna force myself to take as many steps as I can between my starting position and getting to the ball and like to be as dynamic as like that. Like that that's how you want to like approach every single ball is like
Hold on.
super dynamic forehand, run, 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 so many steps, 6, 7 adjustment steps. Um, yeah, like full split step. You can hear screeching from the shoes on the court. Um, yeah, like super dynamic, heavy forehands. Like I'm putting all my weight into the forehand, finishing over the shoulder. Like, yeah. And then especially even when you go back, it's like uh obviously like not you're putting as many steps as possible, but you're getting to the location, to your next location in like a fast way. But you're still like, I want to like do a lot of adjustments. But yeah, taking a lot of steps between balls, like it's just like everything that like coach that you're supposed to practice, like you have to carry with you because there's nobody to remind you. Um, so being very self-aware is like hard, but it is one of the things that you have to do since you're using a ball machine.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot that I need to take more steps. On the ones that I think I hit better, like I'm thinking like, okay, what does Bryce look like and how do I mimic that?
I do the same. Like where before I play, I'll watch like a bunch of like Roger or like Djokovic forehands or well, Roger's backhand. Um, some people say he doesn't have the best one-hander, but I disagree. Uh, yeah, or just like whoever's stroke looks visually and functionally like the closest. Like Roger's forehand is different because if you look at his grip, um, it's he generates a lot of spin because of that grip. So
The Eastern.
yeah, I feel like I don't see myself copying his forehand much, but the general motion of it, like the way he's timing the ball, I do look at that. Is this
Yeah.
the another day?
Yeah, so there's 2 days this week. This is back to the Kirschbaum. And then I think I was able to get the settings a little bit better and get them a little bit wider.
Nice. Yeah, so that's why we want you to like run around the cone. Oh, never mind.
Hold on, give
Um,
me a sec.
yeah, there we go. He's and yeah, nice. Is this so you were playing with Kirschbaum with Spiky Black Shark or something one day and then like Head Hawk Touch the other day?
Yeah, I played with Kirschbaum first, and then no, I played with the head hawk first, and then I went to the Kirschbaum. So this is day two.
Okay. They were both strung at the same weight. What's it called? Tension.
Yeah, same tension. Okay, if you look on the third shot, so I'm getting tired. So see that's out supposed to be out wide, like short out wide, and then this one's supposed to be deeper, like a
Yeah.
lobby deep shot, and then that's the wide that has more pace on it and like the wide running forehand. So
Mm.
we go back when I was a little bit more fresh. Um, see, so that's the short,
Yeah.
and then this one is it should pop up, right? I
Good.
get a lot of those, and then so I don't know why that one's so sh oh I know why that one's so short, but I have more pace on it.
Mm. That's
Yeah, so
cool.
it's like short, short rally, and then short wide, go back, recover to a deep ball, and then immediately it'll punch out like wide. This is kind of how I had it set up for the four forehands.
Mm. I was gonna say with this last set, that's like how we want players to do their drills is like there's a lot. I mean, still you could take more steps, but um basically like super fast recovery around the cone. Next set. The tidbit is that usually like you have a semi-private or group session, so you do get like a bit of a break between your sets, which like you don't have, so it's definitely harder. And I'm sure that's probably why you're just like you get really tired really fast.
Yeah, maybe I should find a friend that would come hit with me at 7 in the morning.
I'm
I
sure there's
have one,
someone.
but I can't book a court on Fridays, and like we would do like we want to do drills together.
Mhm. Well, I was gonna say with the 4-0 guy, like um that way like you practice a couple sets and then you go back to live ball and you do okay. So what does it feel like with a live ball? Like make sure I'm recovering a little. I'm going, or like in this, I'm assuming that you're going cross court forehands and like let's see how what we wanted plays out. Like good control. We set targets for ourselves, like maybe put some cones in the middle with the live ball, and like we're still like recovering. Like you're not staying at the cross court side like that. This is
Yeah, so
good.
that was kind of my practice this week. Just focusing on the forehand. You want to lay out? what I should work on this week?
Yeah, I feel like if you want, you could now with the same perspective, just going back to the same forehand drill, that could be nice. I think like one thing we could see is like maybe if you take your filming from a different angle, that would be interesting. Yeah, I think that could be good. And then maybe one more thing is like with the same or not with the same drill, but like doing a set of forehands, but with like the deep cross court shot. Yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, yeah, I can move it around the court. So instead of having it kind of closer to the center, move it out wider.
Yeah, move it out wider. But with both drills, like uh if you need more time, you need to pause the ball machine, you should. But because like if you're gassed and the thing with these is like no one's there to like kind of like scream and be like, hey, do this, do that. You're not doing this, blank, insert comment. Because so you have to be super attentive and like if the set that you're doing is not good quality, like you should stop, get water, and pick up the balls, like whatever you have to do to recover and do all the sets like around the cone, dynamic footwork, extra steps, and then like if you're tired, stop, take a break. Because like that's what I do. Like hitting a live ball is like, yeah, if I'm tired and the balls are not the quality I want, even though we have like extra time in the session or like there's like or maybe we're in a rush. The flip side is like we're in a rush and there's only like 5 minutes left. Like I'll stop and be like, hey, quick water, and then we'll finish the last three really nice quality.
Okay.
Yeah, being self-aware is like super key because there's no this is self-coaching. I guess
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
super it's hard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm good for like probably like four or five rounds, and then I can have it stop and then
yeah,
start it again. Yeah, I could do
yeah,
that.
yeah. No shame in pausing. Like even though maybe there's only like 10 balls left, so like that translates to like 2.5 sets or 2 sets. There's zero shame in stopping. Like we prefer that people move dynamically, do the quality that we want, and then that way you're practicing the right things.
I'm gonna try to use my iWatch a little bit more to control it and see, since now that I have. Thanks, Bryce. I always appreciate you helping me out. Eliana, our special guest today. And yeah, check out next week and how see how we're improving and see what drills we're doing and also update on the matches I'm playing.
Look forward
Like,
to it.
subscribe, follow. See you guys next week. Bye.